Hello, Weston High School, and welcome to The Breakdown, the monthly broadcast program where we bring you stories from, on, and off campus.
Today we have an exclusive interview about the OSAA House Bill affecting our student section at sporting events.
And we have a sports recap with Max and Ladd.
And we'll focus on the Century of Pride, looking back at homecoming and what it means to be the class of 2020. All this and more coming up on the show. I'm Gracie Dunham.
And I'm Caden Kesselring, and this is The Breakdown.
With Halloween coming up, the question looming over students is to trick-or-treat or not trick-or-treat. Here's Kylie Zeman with the story.
Throughout all of the Halloweens you've ever done, what's the best Halloween costume you've ever had?
Probably in 5th grade, I was just a giant cheeseburger.
Oh.
I just had a giant
No way.
Dude, it was the best. It was the best.
Are you planning on going trick-or-treating this year?
No.
Why is that?
I don't know, I just don't want to.
And Marissa, are you going to go trick-or-treating this year?
Yes.
Yes?
Because I get like chocolate candies.
Do you remember the best Halloween costume you've ever had?
Yeah, I was Superman.
Superman? Yeah. Are you going as anything this year?
I might go Superman Part 2 this year.
Superman Part 2?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you planning on going trick-or-treating this year?
Sure. Why not?
Do you remember the best Halloween costume you've ever had in your entire life?
I was a ghost with a black sheet.
With a black sheet?
Yeah.
And for anyone going trick-or-treating this year, do you have any advice for them to get the most amount of candy?
If you're willing to sink to this low of a level, any of the big bowls that says just take 2, you just take all of it.
Just go to a lot more houses, I guess.
Go anywhere there's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey Gracie, did you go to homecoming a few weeks ago?
Yeah, actually I did. It was really fun.
Well, in case you missed out, here's Joe Jahala and Maddie Esnar with more.
Hi, I'm Maddie Esnard, and today we're at Westland High School interviewing seniors about what homecoming means to them. Mr. Newman, what has been your most favorite part of homecoming the last 2 years you've been here?
I would say this year with the crowns coming in on the drones, that was pretty fun. That was a pretty original thing, and the whole homecoming ceremony was great. The assembly was wild. It was awesome.
I think the most memorable part of homecoming was everyone making a big circle, and I was I was dancing a lot, you know what I'm saying? And that was pretty fun.
The most memorable part of homecoming the last 4 years has been cheering at the football games.
Watching our football team dominate this year.
What's been your most favorite memory of homecoming from your last 4 years at Westland High School?
Mosh pit.
Hi, Avery.
Hi, Maddie.
As homecoming royalty this year, we thought it was fitting to interview you about homecoming. So to you, what has been the most memorable part of homecoming in the last 4 years at Westland High School?
Well, I think homecoming is also awesome. Homecoming is always a super fun tradition, and it's hard to pick one particular moment, but I will say winning was pretty fun.
What does homecoming mean to you?
I just think it's a really fun tradition for our school to get together and have a lot of energy and just be a community together.
It's just a fun tradition that I look forward to every year, and I'm going to miss it next year in college.
Nice. Thank you.
I think for a school with as much history as Westland has, 100 years is a long time, obviously. And so I think it's great to get alumni from many years to come back and kind of see all the great things that are happening at the high school. Because, this physical high school has only been for 20 years, but for 100 years is a long time. So seeing classes come back and be able to see everything that's happening. I think it's also great for current students to understand that, that they're part of a long history of students that are Westland graduates, and there's a lot of Lions out there. And so it's a lot of fun to have them all back. And for myself, only being my second year as a Lion, it's really exciting to be a part of it and to have everybody come back.
Once Lion, always a Lion.
Always a Lion.
Yep.
Love it.
I think homecoming is a great time to just everyone come together from the community. We have our homecoming carnival with our middle and elementary students. That went super well this year. And it's a great opportunity for everyone to come together and celebrate what it means to be a Lion.
What does homecoming mean to you?
Mosh pit.
Reporting for wlhsNOW, I'm Maddie Esnard.
Our century celebration doesn't end with homecoming. Our theater department is producing Chicago, the musical.
Here's Lily Frazier and Miriam Hassan with more on the story.
We're here in the Performing Arts Center to get a closer look on the new upcoming musical, Chicago. First, we're going to get a good look on backstage. So let's go and get a closer look.
So we have ensemble going up here for multiple numbers, and there's escape stairs over there. that they can go down. So these are the wings. This is where actors wait to go on stage. And this is the fly rail. And this is where we have our jail bars. We're going to have PVC pipes that are spray painted gold. So first you call it. Legs 2 coming in. This is the green room. It's where the actors hang out. This is John Ayers. He is our set designer and part of the head of our design, so designs our lights and helps us with the whole tech aspect. He's kind of a tech god. So yeah.
Now, what character did you audition for and why?
I auditioned for Roxy, Velma, and Mama. I chose to audition for the main girl leads because why not audition for the big role? Because you never know, like, things might turn in your favor, and if not, it's a great experience. And I encourage everyone to do that because it's great.
And what role did you get cast as?
I got cast as Mama Morton. I forgot my song name. When You're Good to Mama. Yeah, that's the song I sing. I sing When You're Good to Mama.
Why did you audition for Chicago specifically this year?
I love Chicago, and I love all of the people here, all the students, all the teachers. I also really like the characters in Chicago. You have characters who are multifaceted, who have faults and characteristics to them that make them feel more human and attachable, but it's something that you can develop and discover as an actor, and that's always something that draws me immediately.
You may have been hearing an academic seminar about House Bill 3409. The OSAA has been promoting the changes to the atmosphere at sporting events and activities. Mason and I had the chance to talk to Athletic Director and OSAA Executive Director about the changes.
This year, OSAA is enforcing rules on what students can and cannot say during sporting events.
This past spring, the Oregon Legislative Assembly passed House Bill 3409. Basically, we have to implement policies that address the use of derogatory and inappropriate names, insults, verbal assaults, profanity, or ridicule that occurs in an interscholastic activity.
And so where we've put the policy in place is that if a school has an incident that takes place and the school doesn't address it appropriately, swiftly, etc., then the OSAA could come down in terms of violations and sanctions against the school. If somebody can't meet those expectations, then they need to be asked to leave.
They could be removed from the game. They could be trespassed to where you're not at any more events at Westland. This is not only students, but it also is parents as well.
And there's zero tolerance for any type of behavior that goes against them.
We have to implement policies that address the use of derogatory and inappropriate names, insults, verbal assaults, profanity, or ridicule that occurs in an interscholastic activity. Well, we're being more attentive as administrators and as event coordinators there at the games to make sure that we're behaving and doing the right thing.
We are requiring the schools read a pre-contest public address announcement, and it's a consistent message that we're doing around the state. All sports, all activities, all levels.
There was a couple incidences last year during volleyball season, during basketball season, where a couple schools were inappropriate to another school to a point where they were being considered racist comments towards the individuals. You know, you can't take a program and roster, and you can't yell at kids on the field with their names. You can't yell at numbers of the other thing.
Hopefully you know more about this rule. Reporting for wlhsNOW, this is Mason Self.
We've had quite the exciting sports season this fall.
The wlhsNOW live broadcast team has been there streaming home games, and here's our own Max Paricio bringing some of the highlights of those broadcasts from the season so far.
Thank you, Gracie and Caden. Over the last couple of weeks, we've seen some incredible things on the athletic field, and lucky for you, we are going to review the top plays in all of their glory. I'm Max Paricio, bringing you your sports recap.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like.
First up, we have football. In their first 6 games of the season, a 4-2 record ranks them number 5 in the state. Despite a loss in the first game against Central Catholic, the matchup proved to be full of highlights. So, looking at this clip, you can see that there was an easy handoff from the quarterback to number 21, and from there, he powered through Central Catholic's defense. Taking a closer look, you can see in fact reached out with his right hand with the ball in order to get the touchdown, which can actually be kind of risky in situations like this, where the ball can easily be dropped or hit out of the hands of the player. But it ended up working, and Wesleyan was able to get the touchdown. Wesleyan played very well. However, Central Catholic was able to come back in the end and take the win. Moving on to girls soccer. The Ballers are absolutely killing it this year, ranked number 2 in the state. At the beginning of the season, they demonstrated their potential by defeating Clackamas. Let's take a closer look. So, Wesleyan scored the first goal that set up Wesleyan for the win. They stole the ball from the throw-in, and then they got possession, and there was some really nice ball control occurring that followed with a really nice leading pass. Wesleyan got the ball downfield with only the goalie preventing the goal. This put Wesleyan in a great position to score a 1-on-1, and they did. Wesleyan won that game with a final score of 3-2. Next up, we have boys soccer. In a signature moment early in the season, they overcame a 2-0 deficit to defeat Lake Ridge with a 4-goal run. They are making their way up the leaderboard and are ranked number 6 in state. The highlight of the season so far came in their crosstown rival matchup against Oregon City. This was an absolutely incredible play by Wesleyan. You could see a really nice crossing pass here that went straight to number 37. 37 had some great ball control and was able to get it through the legs of the defender here, and then faked out the defender here and here, along with the goalie. This opened up the goal for an easy touch-in. This was the first of 3 goals in the game where Wesleyan was able to completely dominate the match. We have one more highlight clip on this edition of Sports Recap, thanks to wlhsNOW Live. The volleyball team started the first set against Lake Ridge down 10 points. They came back to win the set anyways and continue an undefeated home streak. That winning streak earned them a number 4 ranking in the state. Here are just a few more highlights from that game.
Wesleyan crowd going crazy. Look at this. Wesleyan getting to the outside where Lake Ridge is not prepared. You set. There's the spike at the point. Wesleyan.
What a great comeback from Wesleyan.
You see it, number 12 sets the spike. The spike fakes it. Wesleyan. Another point. Blocked by Wesleyan.
Wins the first set.
Well, that's all we have for this edition of the Sports Recap. You can catch home games all season long at wlhsnow.com/live. I'm Max Precio, and I hope to see you next time right here on The Breakdown. Back to you, Gracie and Caden.
Thanks, Max. The rankings are changing like crazy right now as we enter the playoffs, so stay tuned to WLHS Now for updates.
Recently, a trend has hit Wesleyan High School by storm, and this trend is TikTok. We've even had some students who've racked up over 1 million views. Check it out.
From the magic within our hearts to the adventure beyond the horizon, there is only one Disney.
TikTok, an app that has recently been in the minds of many Wesleyan students. Students try to reach fame or just scroll for hours looking at the fun, addicting videos. A user that has reached TikTok fame, Eli Scott, shares his opinion on his recent following on the app.
It's so cool, dude. I'll just have people come up and be like, hey, you're the guy from TikTok. I've had 3 people touch my knee just today. It's pretty cool. It's not hard being famous because you just have people coming up to you saying, hey, you're famous, it's cool. And then there's no downsides.
Adam Conrad has also received the same kind of response to his recent fame.
So far, there isn't really a downside yet. I've got a lot of fake people coming up to me being like, oh my god, I love you. I'm like, I never talked to you before, you know.
So far, the app has created a huge following, but what does the future of the app hold?
I think TikTok could be like the next Vine. Hopefully it doesn't go out of business though, or like get deleted or whatever happened to Vine.
It's probably gonna get big. It's just gonna stay, you know? I mean, I use it, I know a ton of people, I don't know anyone who doesn't have it.
With TikTok's recent impact on students and other users, it might be a strong influence in our community, one like at a time. Reporting from wlhsNOW, this is Gracie Dunham. What are your thoughts about TikTok?
Well, I think TikTok's a pretty fun app. I use it a lot, and it's really entertaining.
Cool. Well, that's all we have for this episode of The Breakdown. For more videos, Quinn and Nolan did a story on vaping.
And Aiden did a movie review.
And Iris has a take on climate change. Check those out and more on our YouTube channel at wlhsNOW.
I'm Caden Kesselring.
And I'm Gracie Dunham. And this was
Your Breakdown.